After a fine WPSL season that saw Austin Rise win a third consecutive Lone Star Conference championship, it's time to send the season off in style at Palmer Field as SGA Academy visit from across town. It's the cherry on top of a great summer of soccer in Texas's capital city, and it's coming up live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Austin Rise Soccer. My name is Rob Jaskula, joined by my broadcast colleague David Roy on a beautiful August evening to round out this season. Now, the playoffs in WPSL play did not quite go the way of Austin Rise, taking a 3-0 defeat to Kansas City Current 2 in the opening round of the playoffs. That is a Kansas City Current 2 team that did go on to win the WPSL crown. And, well, David, if you're going to go out, you might as well go out to the champions.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt, right? I mean, I know there's no such thing in sports or in any form of athletics and competition as a moral victory like that, right? You want to be the champions. And the mantra of if you're not first, you're last. But there's a lot of positives you can take away from even in that loss to the would-be champions in that instance. And now you come back, you know, almost a month off since we've been here and a few weeks away, an opportunity to just get your feet back under you, get some positives built back up, a friendly, so to speak, to wrap up the season.
And a very fun atmosphere as well for these fans to come out here to Palmer Field one more time. Now, as some of you may know, there was a little bit of confusion about where the home ground would be, but this has been a wonderful home for Austin Rise here this season. The fans are having a great time. There's a lot of giveaways this evening. There's a raffle going on. I know my parents are in for the signed jersey. And if you are still thinking about coming out to Palmer Field, do. It's a beautiful evening. The clouds are even rolling in to give a little bit extra shade here tonight. And we are expecting a good one. Now, there is a bit of a change in the team for Austin Rise as the season in WPSL play has ended. A lot of the players who do play collegiately have returned to their universities. But this is an Austin Rise team that came into the season with a lot of veteran talent, and this is a squad loaded with that talent here this evening. And it just helps when you have an established, successful brand to be able to have a lot of experience, and we'll run you through the starting 11 right now for Austin Rise, who tonight are under the direction of interim manager and co-founder of Austin Rise, the former Missouri Tiger, Aaron Webb, as Michael Bates is on his postseason holidays. The 2024 OVC Conference Goalie of the Year, Peyton Urban, starts in goal, and she is projected, here's a change for us, David, she's projected to play all 90 minutes tonight. Ryan Jurgovich starts at right back. Gabby Crishone and Addie Tallis are the center half pairing. Maya Ramirez is at left back. Two defensive midfielders, and here are some of the changes as Jazz Vega, a local product, is in the lineup tonight, and she'll pair with Lucy Ortiz, the Ecuador international, who most recently was playing with Mazatlan in Liga MX in Mexico, the top tier of Mexican football, where she made 17 appearances in 2025-26 with a goal and 2 assists. So we're going to be bringing in new players. Well, bringing in a full international is one great way to do it. Savannah Shutt starts in the cam ahead of her, and we know she has an excellent long shot. A fun front three this evening with some veteran experience and one of the most electrifying young players in the country. Ari Hodge is on right wing, the USA Youth International. Gianna Camuso is on the other wing, and up top is the United States Marine, Katie Gernsbacher. So a team with a lot of talent, a lot of veterans, but some new faces, and that should be fun. I feel like that's a lot of the players we've seen this year, so not too many changes.
No, and, you know, for this being, you know, really a friendly, it was a last-minute schedule change for who they were supposed to play. We haven't really talked too much about that.
Oh, yes, it's not Atletico Dallas this evening.
It's SGA Academy. So, you know, there was that change that we found out middle of the week. There was almost there's a reality or scenario or a universe for those of you who are MCU fans in the multiverse that this game almost never happened, right? We wouldn't even be here tonight. Everything worked out, though. We are here tonight. And, you know, you mentioned, you go through that starting lineup. Like you said, a lot of familiar faces who have contributed to a lot of fireworks this season. I mean, this Rise team has been one of the, you know, top scoring teams in the league, in their conference as a whole. And so points may not come at a premium tonight. We'll see if the new faces maybe slow things down a little bit. course, you're going to have maybe some miscommunication errors. We'll see. We'll see what it has in store. It is definitely cooling off. Earlier, we were up to 104 on-field temperatures. We're down to 102. So it's an improvement.
And the clouds certainly are nice. A little breeze picking up as well. I think we're going to be okay as far as that goes. And I was speaking with our center referee, Joya Asadi, and he did say, confirmed with me, that we are going to have hydration breaks this evening. So that will be something to look forward to. And a lot of credit, too, to SGA Academy and as well to here with Austin Rise, Bethany Kurtmas Duvall, and Aaron Webb making this match happen. Everybody coming together late in the week. Atletico Dallas were unable to make the trip, as some of you may have known that was the scheduled match for tonight, but SGA Academy were willing and able to take on the challenge. And for their manager, Roberto, a full 11 and a strong bench for them. And we do not have them lined out by positions, but we can run you through the names anyway. Meili Dlugos starts between the sticks. Kinley Minyard, Nova Follett, Avery Alley, Haven Phelps, Emerson Scott, Lucy Moore, Catalina Prukop, Anna Guadarrama, who is the wife of the eponymous SG in SGA, Sunny Guadarrama, the former Liga MX star. And Kirsten Cabello and Abby Hansen round out the 11 for Roberto and SGA Academy. And right now we're going to kick it down to field level for the playing of the national anthem.
And welcome to Parker Field for the final regular season match of the season. Tonight's match features your 2024, 2025, and 2026 Lone Star Conference champions, Austin Rise FC, featuring Sunny Guadarrama's Academy. Now we ask you to kindly please rise, so remove your hats, as we honor America and those who protect us at home and abroad for the playing of our national anthem.
A beautiful night for soccer here in North Austin. Rob Jaskula, David Roy here with you as we prepare for kickoff for this final home match and match of the season for Austin Rise and for this iteration of Austin Rise as the club are moving up into the professional division for next year. I've already signed the memorandum, and that should be fun, and we do, of course, hope to be back in 2027. A short bench for Aaron Webb this evening. Just three outfield players. A.J. Lawrence is the veteran. Brea Lewis and Kenzie Pelter would be making their season debuts should they appear. And the backup keeper this evening is the former Longhorn striker Amanda Linsberger, one of the co-founders of Austin Rise, and I was just chatting with her before the game, but she's hoping to not see any minutes tonight. She wants to see Peyton Urban play all 90. She is just transitioning to play the keeper position after a decorated career in the outfield, is starting to play some 6-on-6 at a higher level, and is learning the keeper position, but she's hoping to not get in there tonight on the big 11s pitch. Rise wearing their change kits this evening. They'll be wearing red shirts with navy shorts, navy socks. The visitors from SGA Academy wear purple and pink shirts. Joya Asadi, the referee, and I were discussing whether to call that purple or pink, and we decided it's both. And with white shorts and white socks, their keeper, DeLugos, wears, I'd say that's a minty green, or is that more of a turquoise blue? But she'll be to our right as SGA Academy go right to left. Peyton Urban will be head to toe in purple as Rise will attack from left to right in the opening 45 minutes. Joya Asadi and his referee crew wear blue shirts, black socks, black shorts. Field temperature is still over 100 degrees. Air temperature is coming down a little bit. 97 as we hit kickoff. That's 37 for any of our friends tuning in from parts abroad. It's the season finale for Austin Rise, and it starts now. Yeah, we are underway as we've kicked off with SGA Academy right to left. Here's Guadarrama. Hit the center circle. And she'll kick it into the defensive midfield for Avery Alley. And into defense for the center back, Nova Follett. Over for Moore. Moore and Follett will pair together. Good possession here, but now a turnover in a dangerous area. It's Katie Gernsbacher who gets on top of it, flares it out to her left. Looking for the run of Gabby Crashone, but that was cut out by Alley, who sees it roll to the hands of her keeper, Maylee DeLugos. DeLugos didn't get everything on her punch, but got it to Guadarrama in midfield. A good header down from her to Moore. Out to left wing, number 2, that's Kinley Minyard. She tries to fire across pitch. That's a dangerous pass. Camuso nearly got on top of that one. It does fall to Follett. And back into midfield, here's Alley. She turns away from Savannah Shutt nicely, but her pass is intercepted by Gabby Crashone. Ahead to Hodge. Hodge, Gernsbacher, one touch, looking back for Hodge, but Nova Follett read that one well to intercept for the visitors. We're just about a minute in here at Palmer Field, and with the clock not counting up on the scoreboard, we're going to keep that on my watch this evening, so wish me luck there, folks. As Gernsbacher with a good takeaway from Minyard. Minyard trying to tackle her back, and it does fall to Nova Follett. With Hodge pressing, it's ahead for Alley. In the midfield, Crashone steps in. Back heels to Jurgovic and took a tumble. She was sandwiched between a couple SGA players. Advantage being played. And here's Tallis, who we saw playing on left wing earlier in the season. She's playing at center back this evening. Ortiz. Now back for Tallis. From the center circle, finds Gernsbacher with a good ball. Gernsbacher has time to turn, pick out her pass, looking to play it through to Hodge. But stepping into the passing lane was Avery Alley. She's been all over here in the early going. And Jurgovic taps it back to Gabby Crashone. And she'll walk it forward. Here in the early going, it's Hodge. Nice breeze blowing this evening. Definitely helped cool things down. Hodge with a good ball down the line, looking for Camuso. Camuso cuts it in towards the circle. Here's Shutt trying to get it under her feet. And she'll get a shot away, and it's in! Rise lead early. Well, some really nice one-touch passing and left unmarked. A great start for Rise. By my watch, just 3 minutes in, as Savannah Shutt finds the back of the net. We've seen her score here at home from outside the box. That one from only about 6 yards out. A good left-footed finish past the outstretched left hand of DeLugos. And it does look like Savannah Shutt's wearing number 4, not number 3 this evening. But that was Savannah. Guardarama. Far side Follett. Midfield Minyard. Stepping into the passing lane was Ryan Jurgovich, intercepted in midfield by Avery Alley. And Vega will tap it back for Tallis. She tries to pick the top off of the defense for SGA. And here's Follett. For Guardarama doing a nice job holding it up, but her pass went awry. And Addie Tallis picks it up and plays it all the way back to Peyton Urban, who gets her first touch of the evening. We've played about 5 minutes here at Palmer Field. And Rise leading by a goal to nil. Savannah Shutt's goal just 3 minutes in. In midfield, here is Ortiz, the Ecuador international. Some nice footwork from her. Crashone. Or Katie Gernsbacher. Again, she has time to pick out a pass. She's looking to play through Savannah Shutt. That pass a little too close to the touchline. And able to track that one down was Minyard. Is that Savannah wearing 4, not 3, do you think? Right there. Okay, that's what I thought. Throw in on this near side is hoofed out. Tallis. Picked up by Alley. Looking to drive forward, but again, Rise with an interception in midfield. Here's Ari Hodge on right wing. Hodge looking to drive at the box. Got on her left, tried to curl one in, but that one sliced instead of curled. I know that feeling. It's out for a goal kick to the visitors, but a very bright start for Austin Rise, who lead by a goal to nil just 6 minutes in. Cloud cover about half the pitch here with the shadow of the single stand here at Palmer Field and the roof of said stand. Looks like the lights are on. Not expecting sunset until into the second half, though. In midfield, Cabello. Trying to go up the line, back for Cabello. And she picks out Brewcop. Looking for Julie Garcia. But Ortiz stepped in midfield. It bounced to the near side, right in front of our broadcast position. And here's Minyard. Trying to get around Ari Hodge. And she played a nice pass up for Guardarama, one of the veterans on this SGA Academy team. But she loses out to a Rise veteran, Gabby Crashone. Good poise from her. Now Hodge. A lot of space here for Rise as she looks to play through Katie Gernsbacher. What a ball from Hodge, but just a little too far out in front of Gernsbacher. But that would have been special. Here's Phelps. Now Follett. With 7 minutes gone, Rise lead by a goal to nil. Savannah Shutt's 3rd minute strike. Assisted by Camuso. Cabello. Lost out to Shutt, who was tracking back for Rise. Vega and Ortiz. She'll go back to Crashone. Gabby Crashone seeing a lot of ball from her center half position for a Rise side that have really been on the front foot. And she goes short to Ortiz. Looks like they're just going to play a little catch. No, back for Peyton Urban. As she gets another touch. I like that, just keeping her involved. It's Crashone. Her pass was misplayed, intercepted by Alley, Avery Alley. And she finds Emerson Scott, but Scott couldn't get away from Jurgovich, and Jurgovich picks out Ari Hodge. Hodge, who is looking electric here in the early going. For Jurgovich, Jurgovich loses out to Minyard, but that's because Minyard gave her a push in the back. That's a foul. With 8 minutes gone, and Rise lead by a goal to nil, and David, almost feels like the early goal kind of took some of the sting out of this one.
It's definitely taken, I think, the wind out of the sails of really, both sides, right? SGA, you certainly feel the wind out of their sails, but Rise, it's almost we got the goal. Now it's a little bit more cruise control here.
I think cruise control is a good way to put it. Here's Vega. Back for Tallis. Now Camuso, she has Moore with a fistful of her shirt, and stepping into the play is Tallis. Was shut directing traffic. Picks out Camuso on left wing. Camuso's already got an assist. She pumps one in with her left boot this time, looking for Gernsbacher at the spot. That's headed clear. But only as far as Ryan Jurgovich, who will step in. Oh, her first touch was too heavy, though. And charging back the other way is Emerson Scott. And she's got room to run. Let's see if they can get bodies forward for SGA. Oh, she was looking for Guadarrama, but her loose touch was pounced upon by Savannah Shutt. Back for Tallis. Now Crashone back to the keeper, Urban. All three of her touches have been with her feet in the opening 10 minutes. And Gabby Crashone with a nice touch to get around the challenge of Guadarrama. Now she picks out a beautiful ball towards left wing. Pass to Camuso. Camuso's look dangerous in these positions here in the early going. Gets around her challenge, tries to put it towards Hodge. That was intercepted at the top of the box. Fell to Shutt. She couldn't get her shot away. But now Camuso lobs one to the back post. It's Hodge on the volley. Oh, and a great stop by DeLugos. And the rebound was loose for a second, but DeLugos was able to cover it up. Well, Rise looking very dangerous, and looking especially dangerous through Gianna Camuso, who had an assist from the right side. She was listed on our team sheet on the left. That's where she's mostly been. She's been a little bit all over, putting in dangerous crosses left and right. Here's Cabello. And she was tackled by Ramirez. Got it to Vega. Looking to feed it ahead for Camuso, and Camuso is going to be guilty of the foul on Haven Phelps. So it is a free to SGA Academy, who have really struggled to get going forward here. They have not put a shot or even thought about a shot yet. So good defending from Rise.
It's really been that way. And again, it's kind of why I say cruise control. I mean, SGA just feels like deflated, not a lot of energy right now. Part of that may be the heat. But the other part of it, Rise, it almost feels like one goal is enough to seal the deal.
It almost does feel that way. It's hard, tough to say that 11 minutes into a match, but we got to call it like we see it. We haven't seen much out of SGA yet as Ari Hodge pounces on the ball from Shutt. Hodge looking to stretch her legs, get ahead of steam going, decides to pull it back for Gernsbacher. Katie Gernsbacher trying to feed it with her left foot. That got blocked, and she goes back to Vega. Now Ortiz. Ortiz, who played her college soccer for Louisiana's Ragin' Cajuns, does now apply her trade in Liga MX for the most part, but is with Rise this summer. Here's Shutt. Now again, Ortiz. Oh, here's a lifted ball over the top, headed away by Follett, and she had to be on top of that one, as Gernsbacher would have been through. Now Jurgovich trying to play across the top of the box. Intercepted by Cabello. Now Guadarrama. Scott looking to get forward for SGA. And Alley will turn back for Follett. And Follett for Moore. To Cabello. That's a little better from SGA, getting their passing triangles going. Moore tries to lift one over the top towards Guadarrama. Guadarrama, good hold-up play. She has Cabello looking for a run. Decides to go to her left. That pass was a bit too heavy, though, for Scott. Yeah, Ryan Jurgovich is going to track that one down in the near corner. Well played to Hodge. Hodge's touch is heavy, though. Intercepted by Scott, and it's played into the box. Urban has to be quick off her line, and she is. As she got there just ahead of Julie Garcia, who looks as a bit shaken up. But the best look for SGA, it does come from some sloppy passing. Peyton Urban was alert and ready to pounce. And that's tough to do when you haven't had a whole lot to do.
Some of that, I think, the miscommunication maybe, and like you said, just putting a little bit too much on some of those touches.
Long ball looking for Gianna Camuso, but it's shadowed out into touch by Moore. With 13 minutes gone, and Rise lead by a goal to nil. Savannah Shutt in the third minute. Here's Follett. and more. These center backs have had most of the touches for SGA, or at least I would say the most touches for them. Nice ball from Cabello to right wing. Ramirez tried to step up to intercept, and they can maybe get numbers, but the long ball up the touchline goes out. And it is a throw to Rise. We've played just about 14 minutes here in North Austin. It's the final home match of the season, and glad you're with us here. Rob Jaskula, David Roy on commentary for you. The rest of our Vipe Live crew, Merle Bertrand, Harley Hudson, and in the studio, Suna Venkat. Krishon into midfield for Savannah Shutt. Finds Vega. Nope, a little too heavy for her. That was intercepted well by Catalina Prukop. Now Garcia had two markers on her. Did well to get it to Alley, who goes all the way back to Follett. And this is definitely better from SGA as they're looking to grow into this game. Here's Moore. Finally with 9 bodies in the attacking half for the visitors. Here's Cabello. Some good footwork from her. She has Phelps, goes to her. And all 11 Rise in their own half for the first time tonight. Since kickoff, really. Pass to Garcia, but Krishon muscles her off of it. And a good cut back from Gabby Krishon, but she did try to do a little too much. It's going to fall to Avery. Avery Alley. Now the left side, Scott. Scott trying to play it towards the top of the box. Alley tries to get away from a tackle, but she is unable to do so. And back the other way come Rise. Here's Hodge. That was Vega with the tackle. Here's Hodge. Sliding tackle from Minyard. It was a good one. It had to be. But now SGA can maybe have some numbers if they run. Garcia for Cabello. Cabello tries a long shot. That will go harmlessly past Urban, but that is their first attempt at goal here tonight. And, well, why not have a pop? We've seen some excellent long-range goals here this season. One from South Star, if I remember very well, off of a free kick. Savannah Shutt's had a good one from outside the box for Rise. We've seen Katie Gernsbacher hit from outside the box. And so why not have a pop? Krishon off the goal kick. Ortiz. Very calm under pressure from Ortiz. 16 minutes gone here in North Austin. Gernsbacher, good first touch pass. Here's Shutt, looking to spray it out towards left wing. And Krishon. Now looking to drive forward is Ramirez. Slide tackle came in, but still Ramirez. Looking for Camuso. And again, another slide tackle. That one coming from Lucy Moore. It'll be the first corner of this match, and it goes to Rise.
Well, they had the numbers right. Everybody collapsed inside on Camuso, and it left that left wing a lot of space out there for Ramirez and puts them in position now to take advantage potentially here with this corner kick.
First corner of the night from the far side. One on the line is Gernsbacher. Everybody else in varied positions, and it goes towards Ortiz, who had a free header from the 12-yard penalty spot, went up and over for a goal kick. The 5'3" Lucy Ortiz unmarked with the header there. And Dlugos with the modern goal kick goes short, even with Rise showing a press. And why not? They lead by a goal to 0. Yeah, might as well put some pressure on the opposition, but carrying forward nicely is Nova Follett. Garcia for Follett, who's well out of her normal center half spot. She decides to go back for Minyard, who will go all the way home to Dlugos. This time they'll try the right side. Camuso and Gernsbacher with the press for Cabello. Cabello is under pressure from Vega. They nearly put it out for an attacking throw, and still under pressure, SGA. Good work here from Rise, and they do force a tough pass into midfield, picked up by Ortiz. Oh, Ortiz had her pass blocked, but some good hustle, good effort here without the ball. Good pressure from Rise as Jurgovic steps into a passing lane. Got one of those long legs out, and now she'll stretch him as she looks to drive forward up the right wing for Hodge. Hodge taps it towards Shutt, but Savannah Shutt had started her run too early. And the assistant has his flag up for offside. It's a free kick to SGA. But Rise keeping a nice shape here for their interim head coach, Aaron Webb, who is one of the founders of this club. And you really see that, and I really like that about this club. Everybody does something. All these co-founders are really taking an active role. And do have to shout out my buddy, Amanda Linsberger. I've really enjoyed working with her. She's the one that's responsible for setting up all the cameras here for Rise. And in the team as the backup keeper, if needed, she emphasizes tonight, the former Texas Longhorn striker. As it goes out near her and the bench for Rise. Again, just 3 outfield players there. A.J. Lawrence, Bria Lewis, and Kenzie Pelter available for selection. As Urban goes to Crishone for Addie Tallis. Gernsbacher. Nice one-touch pass for Ramirez. Here's Maya Ramirez. We've also seen curl in a really nice long-range goal. Got it to Camuso. Back-heeled for Ramirez. Good stuff here from Rise. Camuso, though, under the challenge from Phelps, wins a throw for Savannah Shutt. Good pass to Gernsbacher. 16 yards out. She can't get a shot away, though. And plays it all the way back to Gabby Crishone, who has space to step in. She looks to lift the lid off the defense, but Moore was there for SGA, but it falls to Ortiz. Tried to get it back to Savannah Shutt, but wins a free kick in a very dangerous position, does Lucy Ortiz. This will almost certainly be a shooting opportunity for Rise from just about 25 yards out. 20 minutes gone here in North Austin, and Rise leading by a goal to nil. And boy, has it gotten really pleasant out this evening for the 8th of August. This cloud cover really helping. Well, we are expecting a hydration break in just a couple of minutes here. DeLugo setting up her wall. Looks to be Ramirez standing over it for Rise. Or Vega. 4 in the wall for SGA. And Gianna Camuso's shot is good, but it's right at DeLugos, who makes a comfortable save and rolls it out. Up the right wing side for Phelps. And she goes down under the challenger. Ramirez wins a free. And the visitors are going to make a substitution. Looks like Avery Alley is going to depart for the time being. Oh, no, she will just move into defense. As we wait for a number from the substitute. That is Marina Obregon for the visitors as they play it up left wing. It's Ramirez trying to shadow it out.
Marina Obregon.
And Ramirez wins a throw for Rise. With 21 and a half minutes gone, we've played nearly a quarter of this match. And Rise lead thanks to Savannah Shutt's 3rd-minute goal. Last time we were here, Maya Ramirez opened the scoring in about 90 seconds. So Rise have loved an early goal. For those of you that came late to these matches, you really missed out. As Ortiz gives away, I can't believe that's a free against Rise. But an attacking free kick for SGA. That's the Sunny Guadarrama Academy here in Austin. All sorts of youth and adult programs. A former Liga MX star making his home now here in Central Texas and giving back to the community as Cabello lobs it towards the back post. That was cut out nicely by Crishone. And it falls to Vega. Good ball ahead for Camuso. Now Gernsbacher. Gernsbacher turns, got it to Ortiz. Ortiz has Hodge to her right. A good challenge in from Alley, but Ortiz shrugs it off. Good strength from the diminutive midfielder. Here's Hodge. Ari Hodge looking to cut it in onto her left. She fires it. Well, I think that was a shot. It may work as a cross. Let's see if Camuso can get there. She can. For Gernsbacher, top of the area. She turns back. Ramirez. Good crossfield pass, Jurgovich, and she has time. Settle and pick out a pass. Here's Ortiz edge of the box. She chips it forward looking for Shutt, but that pass a bit ahead of her. And DeLugos is off her line. With 23 minutes gone and Rise leading by a goal to nil here at Palmer Field in the final home match of the season. Rise completed a three-peat in the Lone Star Conference of the WPSL and sending out their home schedule and season schedule in style. Already leading here against SGA Academy. as Guadarrama tried to chip it forward, but no one was home. And we do get the whistle for the hydration break. Oh, no, we don't. I thought it was that. Everybody was slowing down there. It was Peyton Urban just taking her time for Tallis. Now Urban for Gabby Crishone. Jurgovich and Crishone. Midfield, here's Ortiz. Calm from Ortiz for Jurgovich. Again, Crishone, and she's stepping up into midfield a little more here. Ramirez. Cutting inside, she has Ortiz. And Ortiz can drive forward. To the right side, here's Hodge, corner of the box. Ari Hodge shrugs off a challenge. Juking. Now double teamed and does lose out. Good challenge there from Follett. Played the midfield. Crishone was the first one there. Jurgovich. Ryan Jurgovich in her third year here with Austin Rise for Vega. In for Camuso, and a good piss forward for Gernsbacher, who is in all alone. Oh, but Gernsbacher just dallied on that ball for too long as the challenge comes in from behind from Nova Follett. Well, Gernsbacher was spoiled for choice as far as her shot goes, and she just took too long. That should have been 2-0. In midfield, SGA controlling for Minyard. Goes all the way back to DeLugos. And Katie Gernsbacher is going to be kicking herself there. It was a phenomenal one-touch play from Gianna Camuso. As DeLugos fires into midfield, intercepted by Ortiz, 30 yards out, middle of the pitch. Ortiz chips it towards Vega, now Shutt. Savannah Shutt for Vega. Vega at the top of the D, gets a left-footed shot away. Oh, what a strike from Jazz Vega on her season debut. What a corker. So much pace on that shot and perfect placement in the corner of the goal. She only needed a whisper of a look. Like I said earlier, we have seen some excellent long-range strikes this season from Austin Rise, and that one is up there with the best of them. As Jazz Vega, the Pflugerville native, puts Rise up 2-0. I think maybe SGA thought they kind of had her covered there. It didn't look to be much of a shooting lane, but she didn't need much of one, as it turned out.
Well, you get the hydration break, too, right after it, right? So if you're SGA, it's kind of a blessing in disguise because you've given up 2 goals already. You're down 2-0. The refreshment break here in this first half of play couldn't come at a better time. Now you get a chance to kind of regroup, to reset, re-strategize, and discern your best way of attack here going forward. The flip side to it is if you're Rise, yeah, you get the refreshment break. You take a very comfortable lead here now, up 2-0. You've been in control for the majority of this game. The problem, though, if you're Rise, you almost kind of feel like it almost stunts your momentum, this refreshment break coming when it is, because now you don't really get a chance to really build on it, and the energy that comes off that second goal, especially being as long as it was, with it being who it was in the form of Vega and her first debut goal, it's a little bittersweet, right? If you're Austin Rise, we're going to see. I mean, this refreshment break, again, chance to re-strategize, chance to regroup here. We'll see if SGA, maybe it kind of wakes them up a little bit coming out of it for the remainder of this first half of play.
That's certainly not how they would have wanted to end what is effectively the first quarter of this game. Yeah. And I think you're exactly right about Rise there. They would want to let's get that ball to midfield. Let's get going. Let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going, right? Because you're up now 2-0, and you've got some momentum, right? Kind of lulled a little bit. You took a little bit off on cruise control. Starting to pick back up. You're starting to refine that rhythm here. The refreshment break almost disrupts that, right? You talk about it all the time in any level of sport, right? Disruption, right? How do you affect the other team? How do you throw them off? You disrupt. Whether it's in baseball, you change your pitch speed, change location. Basketball, you disrupt the shot. Football, you disrupt cadence, whether that's with a blitz, you disrupt the pocket. Here, it's almost the refreshment break is what is disrupting Austin Rise, and it's going to throw them off. We'll see if they can work their way through it. Of course, we'll see if SGA, they could use the disruption. Now they need to cause some disruptions of their own on the pitch.
And by our count, SGA Academy with just one shot at Peyton Urban's goal, and that wasn't even on target. They now trail by 2-0. And after the excellent defensive play about 2 minutes before the goal to deny Gernsbacher, they give up the long-range strike right at the stroke of the hydration break. So it will be SGA to kick off. They are right to left tonight, wearing their purple and pink kits, white shorts, white socks. Rise left to right across your dial this evening in red, navy shorts, navy socks. And they lead from Savannah Shutt's 3rd-minute goal. And the excellent 26-minute strike from Jazz Vega. As Soya Asadi blows the whistle, and we're back underway. Minyard back for Alley. Avery Alley is back at center back now after some shuffling from their manager Roberto. Alley in the midfield, Garcia. Garcia tried to get it to Obregon, and Obregon did a nice second effort to get on top of that one for Cabello. Cabello turns. She faces goal. SGA trying to get some bodies forward. Here's Guadarrama chopping it down. She tries a long-range shot, but that does flash wide. But that's the best look that SGA have had. Good control from Guadarrama to get that one under control. And that shot had some pace on it. It wasn't accurate, though. And it is just a goal kick for Peyton Urban with a half hour gone here at Palmer Field in North Austin. The final match of the season for Austin Rise as Katie Gernsbacher and Ari Hodge check out. And well, if you're SGA, you don't like seeing a couple sets of fresh legs in attack, already trailing 2-0, and Rise, if, well, we can call it a dominant performance. It has been. Brea Lewis is going to play on right wing, and Alexis A.J. Lawrence will play up top. Here's Tallis playing it forward, but that was intercepted by Cabello. This time Tallis steps into the passing lane and wins a free kick for Rise, so she makes up for the error immediately. Jurgovic. Go ahead. Ryan Jurgovic, who has moved into center back by the looks of it. Gabby Crashone go off maybe. It does look like Maya Ramirez has moved to right back. And midfield Follett trying to get it under control. Under the challenge of Vega. She did well. Looking forward for Scott. Emerson Scott on top of it. Looking to cut inside. Playing it through. Looking for Garcia. But that pass was too heavy. And Peyton Urban out of her box to collect 12 yards out. Rolled it to Jurgovic, the former St. Ed star here in Austin. Her long pass was intercepted by Cabello. Tried to get it to Garcia. Rise able to recover. Tallis all the way home to Peyton Urban. And Tallis, midfield for Savannah Shutt. Looks like she's going into more of a withdrawn midfield role. She opened the scoring here tonight. And it's SGA who get on top of a loose ball. Cabello for Obregon. Under the challenge of Ortiz. Her pass is intercepted by Vega. And Camuso chips it forward. And that's going to fall to Lawrence. Here's A.J. Lawrence, corner of the box. Let's see if she can cut in onto her favored right foot. She does. But a good double team as Avery Alley was tracking back to block that attempt. And SGA, again, looking to get forward. They've been better here now these last few minutes. Garcia for Cabello. Cabello trying to play one over the top. Jurgovic got there with a really nice high foot. And Shutt turns forward in midfield for Camuso, left wing. This is Gianna Camuso. And for Shutt, Back to Camuso. Let's see if she tries a long-range shot. No, she was trying to play it forward to Shutt, but it was intercepted by Nova Follett, who of the center backs for SGA has been more eager to step up as Cabello lifts it over the top down right wing, but that's too hot for Obregon. Yeah, with 33 on the clock, it's a throw for Rise, who lead by 2-0 here in their final match of the season. And we're glad you've decided to spend part of your Saturday evening with us tonight and throughout this campaign. Here's Ryan Jurgovich. Ortalis. Rise well in control here tonight. It's Savannah Shutt. Going to play it up left wing. Vega for Ryan Jurgovich. Now Lewis for Shutt. Good stuff here from Rise to Lawrence. Lawrence is in all alone, and it's off the far post. And how did that stay out? That hit the inside of the post. I want to know the physics on that one. Ball never even went out, or did it finally go out for a goal kick? Either way, I thought that was nailed on to be 3-0 as Alexis Lawrence battled through the challenge of Follett, was in all alone, beat DeLugos clean at the old post. Rears its ugly head. Here's Jurgovich. For Vega. Vega with a nice spin. She has Ortiz and uses her. Jurgovich. We've played 35 minutes here in North Austin. It's 2-0. The Rise lead is nearly growing, but let's see if they can get something here. Lawrence looking to play it to the wing and Lewis, and that went off of Lewis's hand, and either way it's out for SGA. Who really dodged one there. And the throw in for Guadarrama. Good footwork from Anna Guadarrama. And fed up the line, intercepted by Vega. Or Jurgovich. Now Tallis. And now up left wing it goes for Camuso. Camuso had Pelter joining the fray. Kenzie Pelter is coming to play left back for Rise. Now Lawrence for Lewis. Good control from Lewis. She's trying to get it onto her left foot under some pressure. And it's picked up by Guadarrama. Ahead for Scott. Good battle for the ball. It's Ramirez who wins out for Jurgovich. Now Vega. Got to Shutt. Savannah Shutt trying to lift it over the top, looking for Camuso. But DeLugos is off of her line to cover it up. That's brave work from the keeper. Keeping her side in this one as Cabello misplayed it. Pelter or Savannah Shutt. She tries a step over. A long-range shot from Savannah Shutt. Didn't get more than 5 yards away from her. Avery Alley stepped in to block. Now Alley for more. It's Pelter stepping in. She tries a long shot. Ooh, I thought that may have hit a hand. It does fall to DeLugos. With just under 10 minutes to go until halftime. Sun coming back out here in the evening hours. Follett. Looking for Guadarrama, but that pass a bit too telegraphed. It was Jurgovich who stepped into the passing lane. Vega. Or Camuso. Camuso couldn't get around to challenge. And Cabello. For Haven Phelps. Towards Garcia, and again, Jurgovich stepping up. Not really a traditional center back, but doing well here. There's the old commentator's curse. Her pass is intercepted. Yeah, bodies flying all over in the center circle. It's a free kick to SGA, who by my count have only had one attempt at goal here in this opening half. It's been all Rise. This 2-0 could be a lot more as the visitors make a few subs. Guadarrama and Scott leaving. Emily Keller. Yeah, it looks like Lily Zuniga have entered for Roberto's side. Here's Avery Alley and Follett.
Number 11, Lily Zuniga.
Now Obregon sprays it out to the right side. Martinez. And back for Avery Alley. As the visitors again trying to get forward here. It's Garcia with good hold-up play for Martinez. A challenge from Pelter. Forces it out for a throw, and it looks like Katie Gernsbacher and Ari Hodge are going to return for the last few minutes of this first half. Savannah Schutt, who opened the scoring, leaves. Yeah, it looks like Gianna Camuso as well is going to take a breather. Again, just 3 outfield players for Rise on what's been a, well, pretty typical August day here in Central Texas. Which is to say, it's hot. Hodge, good ball forward for Lawrence. Her touch is a bit heavy, but Ari Hodge got on top of it again for Lawrence. Left it for Gernsbacher. Gernsbacher has time. She looks to lift it over the top towards Lewis. Misplayed header. It's going to fall to Bria Lewis. She tries the quick volley, and a good save from DeLugos, who was about 10 yards out to cut down the angle. Good keeping there from Maylee DeLugos. And in midfield, Indica Morton for Cabello. She looks to go cross field. Ramirez is there for Rise. Under some pressure from Zuniga. Got it to Jurgovic. Here's Vega. And Katie Gernsbacher, Rise captain, looking for the long ball again towards Lewis. Alert defending from Emily Keller, though, as she had to get all the way back. Those fresh legs enabled her to get that good burst of speed, As we approach halftime, no Emily May today here, so you'll just be taking a break here at halftime. No band either today. Turns out the band was one and done for this season in the home opener. I was really hoping they'd be here.
It's just for the opening ceremony. That's all, Rob.
It turns out.
You know, was not a repeat guest.
Yeah. I wanted those trumpets, I listened to a little too much ska when I was younger. You get the horns going, I'm a happy man. Here's DeLugos. Off the goal kick. It's about 4 minutes to go until halftime. We'll see how much extra we play at the end of the first 45 here in North Austin. It's been all Rise. They lead by 2-0. Cabello trying to lift it over the top, and that might fall. On the far side, Martinez looking it away from Pelter. It is a throw to the visitors in an attacking position, and they'll have an opportunity to get some players forward here. It'll be Martinez to take the throw. For Alley. Avery Alley. Back for Follett at the center circle. Follett looking to step forward. Played it towards Keller. Looking to get back to Follett, who's really far forward now. And it falls to Cabello. All right, wing Martinez tried to chip a cross in. Good header from Jurgovic out towards this near side. Still in play, though. And Lily Zuniga was there, but Maya Ramirez was also. Just a throw to the visitors. And again, they're making up a little bit of field position here. Keller will take the throw. This is the most defending Rise have had to do tonight, as it's headed towards Urban's goal off the throw, and Peyton Urban is there. And she'll try the quick throw out for Hodge. Ari Hodge did well. Let's see the counter here from Rise. They haven't had too many opportunities to actually counter. But there's Avery Alley, who I think has been the most effective player for SGA tonight. Towards Morton. She gets the cross in towards the top of the box. That's still loose. It falls to Zuniga. Her shot got deflected. But that is Peyton Urban's first save, just with her shin. That didn't have a whole lot of mustard on it. But that does qualify as her first test of the evening. It comes in the 44th minute of a first half that's been all rise, but now a misplayed pass in midfield. Long shot coming in from Cabello. That's a little more of a tester as Peyton Urban palms it down and collects. Better from SGA. Rolled out for Jurgovic. Ortiz, haven't called her name much the last few minutes. Let's see if Rise can get a little more control. She's been a big part of that control here in the first half. Tallis. She's looking to lift it over the top. Had Hodge, but that was well read by Kinley Minyard. As it falls to Abby Hansen, who wins a throw for the visitors from across town in the final minutes of the normal time of the first half. Cabello for Martinez. And the center half foul it. SGA will go all the way home to DeLugos. No electronic scoreboard here for the substitutes or for the added time, so we'll wait and see how much Joya Asadi will play. Here's Alley for Cabello in midfield. Cabello has room to run at the Rise back line. She tries a long shot. Ooh, and that's just wide of the far post. Urban looked like was there, but we're seeing SGA a little more eager to get shots now. I think they've realized the score.
Well, and part of it, I think, is after that refreshment break, it almost feels like SGA missed a couple opportunities. The backfield and the defensive backfield here for Austin Rise felt a little too relaxed, a little bit too many gaps, a little bit too many leaks through, so to speak. And it just feels like SGA just kind of missed those opportunities. So now there's kind of this frustration that's creating this urgency, especially with time dwindling down here in the half, that SGA is trying to press.
And Jurgovic is going to be guilty of a foul on the edge of the box. Is this a penalty? No. It is ruled to be just outside of the box. The contact started outside of the penalty area, even though the play finished in the box. But it is a free kick in a dangerous position. And, well, David, that's what you were talking about. Just a bit lackadaisical there at the back line from Austin Rise. And just a bit too casual at the back. And the visitors nearly able to pounce there. It's going to be a good opportunity for Kinley Minyard, who is standing over it. 4 in the wall for Peyton Urban. This free from 17 yards out. We are a minute and a half into first half extra time. This may be the last goal-scoring opportunity of the half as Minyard tries the shot. Oh, that was curling just over the crossbar. Minyard certainly got the pace she wanted. That one just didn't have enough dip. Let's see if that'll wake up Rise, and it's certainly something for Aaron Webb and the coaching staff. That's something to talk about at halftime.
Yeah, and again, it's kind of like we were talking about earlier. After, going up 1-0 even, and then it's especially up 2-0. Just cruise control, right? Austin Rise just takes their foot off the gas. Not quite the same sense of urgency. Now, though, now that they've been threatened, there's a little bit here of that urgency.
I expect we'll see a bit of pep in their step as we start the second half. As Joya Asadi blows for halftime here at Palmer Field in North Austin, where Rise lead by 2-0 in their final match of the season. It was Savannah Shutt who opened the scoring from just 6 yards out. Some really nice football up the right wing from Rise. It was Gianna Camuso who made the pass, and Shutt finished with her left very nicely. Then the 26th minute, the final action before the hydration break, Jazz Vega marked her debut with a fine goal, a left-footed low strike from the top of the box that beat Maylee DeLugos to her left, just inside the near post. Rise had a couple of other good looks to make it 3-0. Katie Gernsbacher ran into a challenge. Well, took too much time on the ball and let a challenge come to her. And then A.J. Lawrence hitting the inside of the far post with a curling effort. It could be 4-0. It is 2-0 at halftime here at Palmer Field.
to design jersey.
Well, the aggression was certainly there. The attack was there. Austin Rise, a couple of missed opportunities for them. We were talking about SGA missing some, especially late there in the half. Austin Rise missed a couple of their own. This could be 4-0 right now, and instead, partially a couple missed, opportunities. Gernsbacher took a little bit too long to pick her shot. And then, of course, Lawrence had one just off the inside post. It's almost the equivalent of the doink that, is of Chicago Bear infamy from playoff game a couple years ago.
I'm going to see that in my nightmares.
See,
Thanks a lot, David.
See, there you go. We got the two Chicagoans here, so I had to, pay homage in some form or fashion.
Cody Parkey is a four-letter word in my house.
The doink that was, doink is 5, so there you go. It's almost the equivalent of that. Just off the inside post, rolls away, nobody there for it. It brings you up to, instead of being up 4-0, it's up 2-0. But it's almost like Austin Rice treated it as if they were up 4-0 anyways with their approach and the energy that they brought in the backstretch of that first half. SGA tried to take advantage of it. They couldn't, but it seemed to certainly wake them up. We'll see if that can carry over into the second half.
That's a good point, David. I'd say the last 10 minutes were the best that SGA looked the entire first half there. They had their best opportunities. They even had a really dangerous free kick. So Rise, maybe need to wake up a little bit in the second half, but they do lead by 2-0 at halftime.
Los Verdes, La Murga, T1 Relative, Tina McMurray, Pete Reed Long, Taco Dye, Seafood, Thundercloud Subs, Sports Friend, Soccer Post, The Cupcake Bar, Street Soccer USA. And a big thank you to our DJ tonight for your Austin Rise DJ, Bobby Stoneman. Hey fans, we want to encourage you to stop by the photo booth and get a picture with Ted Lasso. That's right, Ted Lasso. We got a cardboard cutout as we celebrate the premiere of the new season of Ted Lasso. Also for fan appreciation, we got complimentary goodies at the first table at the entrance, so swing on by. It goes wrong. Hey fans, don't forget, stay tuned for this off-season for exciting updates on social media at Austin Rise FC through the website newsletter at austinrisefc.com. And don't forget to visit our friends over at Hot Stroke. Big shout out to them. Hot Stroke in the house. Get your concessions right over at Hot Stroke.
Halftime at Palmer Field in North Austin. Austin Rise lead SGA Academy by 2-0. Rob Jaskula, David Roy back with you. Merle Bertrand, Harley Hudson, Suna Venkat in the studio. Our Vipe Live crew, happy to have you with us on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening in Central Texas. The 3-time consecutive champions of the Lone Star Conference, Austin Rise, looking to send their home crowd happy in this final match of the season. They got off to a great start. Took just 3 minutes for Savannah Shutt to open the scoring with a nice strike with her left from 6 yards out. In the 26th minute, Jazz Vega struck from the edge of the box with a beautiful left-footed strike to make it 2-0. And with SGA having their brightest patch of the first half, I'm sure Aaron Webb, who is the interim manager for Rise here this evening, sure she had plenty to talk about. Rise were gone for a long time there during the halftime break.
I mean, took them a while, and we were told of certain festivities that were going to be taking place. I don't know if they happened or not, but we were informed that there should be some.
I know my dad is waiting for that raffle drawing. Rob Jaskula Seniors.
Well, and it might be they might have had, here, put a positive spin on it, right? They had such a great turnout for the raffle that it took them longer than needed to do a proper drawing.
And, of course, the auditing from PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Well, there is that part of it, too. Of course, everybody got to get a little snack, and, rehydrate and everything that goes into that. I mean, these halftime breaks, there's not a halftime show, right? There's no marching bands, none of that. Just a nice little break in there. Everybody gets an opportunity to re-strategize, refresh themselves, and come back out for another 45 minutes.
And hello to Emily May as well. I know you're tuned in here tonight. We did miss you for the halftime show. as we are ready for the final 45 minutes of the season here at Palmer Field. They've been wonderful hosts here. We really like this facility. It's been a lot of fun. Rise right to left across your dial. We're underway in the second half. Rise in red, white numbers, navy shorts and socks. Right to left. Ramirez for Ari Hodge. SGA Academy left to right in pink and purple, white socks, white shorts. And looking to get behind the defense is A.J. Lawrence. She gets around Follett. Ooh, but her second touch did put it out for a goal kick. That would have been some control to keep that one in. But getting forward straight away from kickoff, our Rise. Follett will walk it out for the visitors. Great crowd on hand here at Palmer Field, as there has been all season, to support this championship-winning team. Good touch from Cabello in midfield to Hansen. Now Avery Alley for the number 9, Catalina Prukop. Hansen tried to tap it forward. That's intercepted by Vega. Let's see if Vega can cut in on her favored right foot. She decides not to pull the trigger, played it nicely towards Lawrence. Now Schutt. Here's Savannah Schutt at the top of the square. Chipped over the top by Gernsbacher towards Schutt. What a pass. It's still loose. Schutt gets her shot away. Stopped by Dlugos, and the rebound effort was blocked before it got through. There's Hodge with an interception towards Lawrence. Lawrence is bundled over, and Lucy Moore can put her arms up all she wants. That's as clear of a foul as you'll see. It's going to be a very dangerous free kick for Rise. Each team had one really good look from a free kick. At this dead ball is only going to be about 18, 19 yards out. And Ari Hodge immediately grabbed that ball and stepped over it. The USA Youth International, one of the brightest young talents in the country, will get a look at goal. 3 in the wall for Dlugos. Here's Hodge. Skied it over the bar. Just got under that one a little too much. We've played 2 minutes here of the second half, and I think the ball's only been in this defensive half for SGA. Let's see if they can break out and get on the attack here. They trail by 2. Here's Prukop. For Moore. Catalina Prukop had that ball bouncing on her under the challenge of Camuso. Camuso with a good tackle for Lawrence. Lawrence is going to get a right-footed shot away. That was blocked by Alley, but it falls to Schutt. Her first touch is a bit heavy, though. Still loose in the box. Savannah Schutt tries to cut it to the byline. Great control. She shoots, and they hit her own teammate Hodge. Hodge on the rebound, puts it in. Flag stays down. Rise lead 3-0, and it's Ari Hodge.
Well, we talked about it going into the break, the missed opportunities by Austin Rise in that first half of play. What kind of urgency were we going to see? Because it had really tapered off, especially as they'd gotten that, 2-0 cushion under them. Now urgency right out of the gate, starting hot here in this second half and up 3-0 very quickly.
Defending from the front, Gianna Camuso started that with her defensive efforts from her left wing position, forced the turnover, fell to Lawrence. Savannah Schutt did a nice job controlling a bouncing ball, keeping it in. Fired it across the face of goal. It hit Hodge, but Hodge got her own rebound and was able to put it away to make it 3-0. That's goals in back-to-back home games for the USA Youth International, Ari Hodge. SGA, straight away from kickoff, have won a throw. Ryan Jurgovich was under some pressure, did well to steer it out. And the throw-in goes straight to Vega. But her pass is intercepted by Prokop as she tries to get to the edge of the box. Tap towards Hansen. Vega got a foot in there, though. And now Anna Guardarama. Guardarama skips around one challenge, tries to get a shot off. That got blocked. And Peyton Urban scrambles over to collect. That would have been a corner otherwise. As the darkness is starting here, it looks like it's about dusk here. A few more minutes before official sunset here in Central Texas. Lights have been on a beautiful evening. Right wing, Ari Hodge. Trying to play through Camuso. That got blocked. Hodge still, though. Great hustle from Ari Hodge. It is Cabello who finds it for SGA. She has time to try and pick out a pass, looking to lift the top off the defense for Rise, but that was away from Prokop, and Peyton Urban is going to send it into midfield. Hodge trying to keep it in. Good battle on the far side. It is Martinez who got there ahead of her to tap it back to Meili DeLugos, the keeper. Yeah, I just got a chance to turn around there for a second. It is a beautiful sunset over our backs. And in midfield, here's Savannah Shutt putting in a good challenge. She has a goal and an assist tonight. Falls towards Guadarrama. Again, Shutt battling. This is a size mismatch, and it is Guadarrama who's able to shield the ball away and advance it for SGA. But now Ramirez. Back for Jurgovic. It's Jurgovic and Krishone, the center back pairing at the moment for Aaron Webb, who knows a thing or two about defense, played a lot of SEC ball, and her time as a Missouri Tiger left back. And she was the first of the Rise staff members that I met at the season kickoff party earlier this year. As Camuso feeds a really nice through ball towards Shutt, but DeLugos well off her line. She read that one really well, otherwise Shutt would have been in all alone. I've been pretty impressed with Meili DeLugos this evening, as SGA have a chance to fire a cross-field long ball. That was off the head of Hansen. Hansen couldn't quite keep it down enough. And it is a throw to Rise, who lead 3-0 in the 52nd minute. Goals in the first half from Shutt and Vega. And it was Ari Hodge to make it 3-0, 2.5 minutes in to the second half. As Urban finds Gabrielle Krishone. Here's Hodge. Towards Shutt. Shutt did well to get to Katie Gernsbacher. Gernsbacher with time. She tries to go to her left, looking for Vega. Vega with a good burst of speed to get to that one. Still Jazz Vega, top of the box. It's Camuso. She tries a long one with her left, and that just lifted over the bar. I was waiting for gravity to take over and just pull that one down, but it just kind of floated over. And now, David, you got a 3-goal lead. It's the last 40-ish minutes of the season. Why not shoot? Get some goals on the highlight reel.
Play. I mean, at this point, just have fun with it, right? Just take your shots, they come, and just see what sticks.
Kenzie Pelter lost out there to Hansen, but misplayed ball in midfield. Somebody has a handful of Savannah Shutt's shirt. It was Kinley Minyard. And a quick free kick taken by Rise. Ramirez for Hodge. Ari Hodge trying to play it through, but Nova Follett stepped into the passing lane. Now Cabello in midfield. She got up right wing to Hansen. Hansen trying to play a through ball. Krishone is back. Urban is out. And it's Peyton Urban who lifts a long ball into midfield. Nicely touched down by Camuso, as she controls that with her upper torso. And still, Gianna Camuso tries a lag step. Let's see if she can deliver to the far post, looking for Hodge. Oh, but DeLugos again, charging out. Now, I've been really impressed tonight with Meili DeLugos and how well she does coming off of her line. She's reading those very well, and she's had to, as Rise have looked to get behind the back four of SGA Academy. Hansen right in front of our broadcast position, being marked by Kenzie Pelter. Down for Prukop. In the midfield it goes for Lucy Moore. The center back looking to step more up into play now, with her side trailing by 3. Follett. Her pass was knocked down by Maya Ramirez. SGA will have to try again. Here's Cabello in midfield. Nice touch from her. Up the line towards Hansen. Oh, but Hansen's touch let her down as it rolls towards the corner and out for a goal kick. We've played just under 10 minutes of the second half. Rise have already extended their lead through Ari Hodge. It's a 3-0 lead as the home fans are getting a nice show in this final match of the season. What can certainly be termed a successful year for Austin Rise as they won their 3rd consecutive conference championship. Gabby Krishone stepping up for Lawrence. Fed it out to Hodge in front of the bench. Ari Hodge. Oh, what a bit of footwork from her to get around Martinez. Here's Hodge. Oh, a bit of miscommunication with Shutt. She was looking for Shutt to go down the line. Shutt was going towards the middle. That is an opportunity for Dlugos to settle. In the midfield for Moore. Now Cabello. Cabello's seen a lot more of the ball here in the second half. Prukop. Back for Avery Alley, who started the game in midfield, moved back to center back. I really thought she was one of their more effective players in midfield. But the manager, Roberto, decided to make a bit of a tactical change as Alley goes all the way back to Dlugos under pressure from Lawrence. Got it to Follett. Follett with Gernsbacher marking her. Not a tight press from Rise here with the 3-goal lead and the heat what it is. And it forced a bad pass anyway. It'll be Kenzie Pelter taking the throw. There's Hansen again. Well, she's eager to get her head on it. Good header of the ball is Abby Hansen. Guadarrama turning. Oh, that was a dangerous looking pass. She was looking for Emerson Scott. It was well read by Ramirez, and it did roll through to Peyton Urban. But still some life left in SGA Academy here. Vega. Far side Ramirez. Here's Ari Hodge. Ari Hodge with a good run up the right wing. Great burst of speed. And she calmly picks out a good pass to Vega. Jazz Vega. She misplayed her pass. It's going to go towards Guadarrama. Ryan Jurgovich was there to recover, though, for Rise. As she taps it to Kenzie Pelter. In the midfield, here's Gernsbacher playing a bit more of a reserved role here in the early second half. Katie Gernsbacher, captain of Rise, the United States Marine Lieutenant for Camuso, left wing. Here's Camuso. Oh, her first touch was too heavy. It is put out by Alley. It is a corner, though. And this is an interesting one. This is only the second corner of the game.
Well, and I think, well, to that point, that is interesting that it's only the second corner. Feels like we should have had a few more. But it almost feels like on that one, the exchange, Gernsbacher, it feels like it was almost a little bit late. Camuso felt like a little bit too close to the goal, didn't have a good angle to try and set up for a shot.
Corner sent in, and that takes a bounce in the 6-yard box, but nobody on it there for either team. It is fed out for a throw on the far side to Rise. Here in the 58th minute, they lead 3-0, giving the fans a good show here in the final match of the season, and a good crowd on hand. Rise had the Ted Lasso watch party earlier this week. That was very well attended, looked like a lot of fun. And Ted's cardboard cutout made it here for photos with the fans. That's been a big hit here this evening.
Substitution in the match number 7, Lucy Ortiz.
Yeah, Lucy Ortiz has returned. Looks like she's going to play a bit of left back. And she chips it to Jurgovich. Ryan Jurgovich. To her left, it's Gianna Camuso. Camuso cutting in. Onto her right. She tries a long shot. Now one hop Dlugos. That's one for the cameras. It was going well wide, but she looked good doing it as she dives to her right to calmly collect. Here's Hansen on right wing. Got it to Cabello. A good closing down from Vega. Can Hansen keep it in? She does with her head. Ortiz shielding. And the Ecuador international with a heady veteran play to just use her body to shield that one out for a throw. A good look there. What makes a professional a professional. Gabby Crishone with her left foot to Ari Hodge. Looking to feed it ahead. Here's Savannah Shutt. Appeals for offside. Flag stays down. Here's Hodge. Lets it run. Gernsbacher. Katie Gernsbacher onto her right. Avery Alley defending well for the visitors. Still Katie Gernsbacher. Lifts across towards the back post. Camuso trying to get to it. But again, there's Maylee Dlugos, who has certainly had plenty of work to do as this match has really been all Rise. And here's Ortiz intercepting from Hansen. To Shutt. Back for Ortiz, and Ortiz with room to operate as she steps forward. Ooh, tried to chip a through ball. That got blocked. And Haven Phelps intercepted for the visitors from across town, SGA Academy, Sunny Guadarrama Academy. We've played an hour here in the final match of the season. Half an hour to go for 2026 Austin Rise. Glad you're with us. Rob Jaskula, David Roy, Merle Bertrand, Harley Hudson, Suna Venkat in the studio, our Vipe Live crew. Thanks you for tuning in this season. We've had a great time bringing you these matches from Palmer Field. If you couldn't make it out, we're glad you spent some of your nights with us. It's out for a throw on the far side to Rise. On what's turned into a lovely evening here in Central Texas, this fine facility here in North Austin. Home to plenty of facilities for Austin FC. And this pitch here, Palmer Field, home of the 2023 MLS Next Pro champions, Austin FC 2. And now the 3 times consecutive Lone Star Conference champion, Austin Rise. A lot of winning football being played on this pitch. Here's Gabby Crishone for Ortiz. Lucy Ortiz, oh well, she made Hanson look like she was standing still. Feeds it to her left, here's Lewis. Oh, but the flag's going up on the far side. That was tight. Looked like Lewis was going to be in with a good opportunity, but Rise do lead still, 3-0. Yeah, boy, the ball's hardly been in this other half through the first 16, 17 minutes of the second half. It's really been all Rise tonight. And so whatever Aaron Webb said at halftime was pretty effective.
Yeah.
Ortiz getting up for the header as she wins it over Hanson. The 5'3" Lucy Ortiz. That's not the first time that she's gotten to a header first. Here's Brea Lewis. Chops it towards Ortiz, but that pass is a bit too late, and Ortiz had stepped offside. That one a bit less controversial with 62 minutes played. And the light's definitely starting to have some effect here. Still a bit of daylight left. And the breeze picking up a bit again, and as it has for most of the home matches this season, it's blowing across the pitch from the benches towards our broadcast position. DeLugos for Follett. Towards the left wing, Martinez. Good tracking back from Schutt. She forced a bad pass. And here come Rise, looking to attack again with Gernsbacher. Gernsbacher to her right. Can Hodge get to this one? She does just about. But loses out on the far side to Haven Phelps. Head for Guadarrama. Crishone stepping up to defend from her center back position and wins a throw for Rise with 63 minutes played. And it is all Rise here tonight. I'll tell you, there's one player the SGA Academy could have used, and that is one of their students, Ari Hodge, who goes to school at SGA Academy. I was doing my homework for this game. I went on their website, and I thought I was on the wrong website because they were congratulating Ari with a nice graphic for being selected again for a USA Youth International team. I'm like, wait a second, am I on? Wait, I had to check the URL a couple of times. But we're happy she's with Rise tonight, as she's really been electric, as she has all season. Here's Lewis. Oh, that wind really is picking up here tonight. Intercepted by Schutt. Oh, but Schutt couldn't get away from Alley. But still putting her under pressure. It is Savannah Schutt with a good tackle. But scrambling SGA are able to get it to midfield. Cabello, who settles.
On some calamity at midfield on the other side. The covering blew over onto the field, and it hit one of the SGA players.
Yeah, it looks like that is Julie Garcia it may have caught. Oh, wind certainly did pick up, factually. It should be a Rise throw.
It's almost, you have the Rise throw in down here, but it's almost like a stoppage of plays. We make sure that the covering won't blow out onto the field.
Might as well just take it down
for
at this
the course
point.
of this match. I think that's what they're trying to do, is break it down completely, and it's
the coaching
folded
staff
and closed in. I
Rise.
mean,
the trainers over there. I see Amanda Linsberger in her goalie kit helping as well, one of the co-founders of this club. On the bench, but only if necessary to relieve Peyton Urban.
So there's a whistle to go ahead and play stopped for Rogue covering.
Rolls all the way through to DeLugos as play resumes. Here's Follett. The breeze does feel nice, has to be said. May not be great for the pitch, but here's Savannah Shutt. Rise trying to get numbers forward towards Lewis. Got caught up in her feet, but Lewis sticks with it. At the second attempt, though, SGA are able to play it to the right side. But tackle put in by Jurgovic, and she tries a long curling shot. Good pace on it, but Lugos read it well at the near post. Here in the 66th minute, Rise leading 3-0. Walking it out is Avery Alley. For Cabello. And now Prukop. She loses out to Lewis. And Ortiz cleans up. Back for Addie Tallis, who has returned for Rise. Under pressure from Guadarrama, went all the way back to Peyton Urban. Who lifts into midfield, it's headed back, and this may fall to Hodge. Tries the chip, does Alexis Lawrence. Oh, just wide. A cheeky effort from A.J. Lawrence. Just missed the far post, and that was something out of nothing. Urban just cleared it into midfield. There are 3 or 4 SGA players, the only ones there. They went with the defensive header, and Lawrence pounced. Now a through ball going towards Keller, but Rise cleaning up at the other end, and, well, the wind picked up. This game got a bit more interesting. Urban calmly plays it to Gabrielle Crishone. Urban with time. Good left-footed pass to the near side. Oh, and Lewis's touch let her down. As out for a throw right in front of our broadcast position. She gets some love from Ryan Jurgovic. That's good veteran leadership there. Lift up your teammate. Throw taken by Prokop into Cabello under pressure from Ortiz. Cabello doing well. And there's the commentator's curse. A loose touch from her out for a throw to Rise. Ortiz into Shutt. Shutt, though, loses out. Good tackle from Lucy Moore. Went all the way through to Urban. And now Gabby Crishone. Halfway home in the second half. A quarter left of this match, the final match of the season. Here's Crishone shrugging off a challenge. Or Gernsbacher. Looking to run at the defense. It falls to Lucy Ortiz. Towards Ramirez joining the play. Ramirez with a good run. She gets a low cross in. That's cut out at the penalty spot by Prokop. It falls to Gernsbacher. She tries a long shot. That's blocked. Still Rise on top of it. Shutt for Hodge. Her left-footed shot is comfortably saved by Dlugos. It's one of those nights for Rise. All these loose balls, these bounces, they're falling to Rise feet. When it's your night, it's your night.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes is to be on the right side of the way the ball bounces. And right now, that's been Rise tonight. It's gone against SGA. How different might this match be if things were maybe a little even more even in that regard?
Nova Follett with a nice spin move there on Savannah Shutt. Yeah, on the far side, it's Martinez. Back for Follett. She'll go across to Avery Alley, her center back partner. Alley played the first half hour in midfield before moving back to center back. Now Prokop. She's had a lot of the ball here in the second half. In the midfield, it's Gabby Crishone with a good physical challenge on Ada Guadarrama. That rolls all the way back to Urban. Now Crishone playing more of a number 6 midfield role. Hodge for Shutt. Savannah Shutt on right wing, trying to cut inside, trying to split 2 defenders, ran right into a challenge. And SGA played into midfield, and here's Gabby Crishone stepping up to intercept. Good hustle from Crishone. Shutt Looking for a shooting lane. To her left, it's Ortiz. Here's Lucy Ortiz. On to her right, fires. And DeLugos is there to make the save.
Well, DeLugos certainly earning her keep tonight.
That is true. She has been a busy, busy lady in goal. Loose touch in midfield. Tallis got onto it for Rise to Jurgovic. Back for Tallis. Everybody trying to step forward for Rise here this evening. And it's Addie Tallis. Back for Krishone. And Peyton Urban. Another one of the Rise veterans who made this season as special as it is. Keller in midfield for SGA. 20 minutes left here in North Austin as it goes all the way back to DeLugos. And a loose pass in midfield. It's Savannah Shutt. Here's Shutt cutting to her right and fires home at the near post. Savannah Shutt pounces. It's a double for Shutt, and it's a delightful double as well. It's 4-0 to Austin Rise. Just a bit too casual at the back from SGA. And a goal scorer like Savannah Shutt was not going to let that opportunity go to waste. And she took her time with it, got the shooting look she wanted on her right foot. And for the second time tonight, that takes us into a hydration break.
Well, and no better time for it either.
Savannah Shutt's 2 goals have bookended 4 goals for Austin Rise here tonight, 2 in each half. She opened the scoring on 3 minutes. Jazz Vega fired home in the 26th. It was 2-0 at halftime. Took just 3 minutes of the second half for Rise to extend their lead. Ari Hodge off a goal mouth scramble. And just the fine strike on the individual effort from the interception of Savannah Shutt as she cuts to her right and fires home from 15 yards.
Well, take another look at it. You're going to see it right here. She's going to get it right up here. You're going to see just a little stutter to the side, and then it's going to come in right here. Just a little stutter outside, and then the shot all the way across. Just can't quite reach it.
Well, Lazar the telestrator, David Roy, and I have to give Savannah Shutt more credit. That was a full 18 yards as she rifles home from the top of the box. It is 4-0 to Austin Rise. It's been all Rise here tonight. And this second half, has really been all Rise. Our cameraman here, Harley Hudson, next to me, you've been pointing left this entire second half.
Well, it's, when you have everything that we've talked about coming into this, which is you have a few new faces. You don't have the same voice that you've been having on the sideline throughout the majority of the season. He's on, his break, in part because it's a friendly and, an exhibition gives some other people opportunities at all those different stages. You have all of that come together on a night where it hasn't been perfect, right? And we've talked about that. A couple missed opportunities in the first half, a couple missed shot opportunities, shots on goal. And then you come back out in that second half, especially where towards the end of that first half, questions of effort, questions of energy with the Heat. And it's a revitalized Rise team that we've seen here in the second half. The energy has been there, the effort has been there, and it has shown up. 2 more goals scored here in the second half to match their output in the first half of play. And still, more than 15 minutes remaining in this one.
And I see a lot of energy from Rise coming out of that huddle, led by Peyton Urban. She's really fired up. I think the squad want more. They've certainly given the support their money's worth here tonight. 4 goals, 2 in each half. As we wait for SGA to kick off, they are left to right, wearing purple and pink with white shorts, white socks. Rise right to left across your dial in red. Navy shorts, navy socks, white numbers, and sponsor logos. Avery Alley. Another loose pass in midfield, this time pounced upon by Gernsbacher. Rise looking for more. Great footwork from Gernsbacher to split 2 tackles. She fires across Ortiz. Great touch from Ortiz. She fires with her left. What a strike from Lucy Ortiz. The Ecuador international on her debut It's 5. It's a full handful for Rise here tonight. Well, 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 when it rains, it pours this evening for Austin Rise. And right now, it feels like they're a threat to score anytime anybody has the ball, forcing a couple of turnovers on back-to-back plays in this match. Those goals coming 4 minutes apart, but really, that's just the next phase of play.
Take another look. It's going to sit right in here. And this goal, she's going to thread this right through, and it's just going to sit right here in the corner. That simple of it. Splits it through and just...
We had a great angle of that strike from Lucy Ortiz, and that had some serious curl on it. Bending away from the keeper, DeLugos, towards the far corner. And when it beat DeLugos, there still was the question of, would that find the side netting? It did. A phenomenal strike from the Ecuador International, Lucy Ortiz. Played her football for Mazatlan in Liga MX last season and matched her goal total for the season here tonight in one match for Rise. Here's Pelter playing it up right wing to Hodge. Hodge lost her footing and couldn't quite recover. It falls towards Shutt. Now Rise really have their ears pinned back now. And in midfield, good effort from Martinez as she rifles it across field towards Hansen. This is Prokop, but Jurgovic with a real calm challenge, and she'll watch that go out for a goal kick. And here's the substitution I wanted to see today, as Amanda Linsberger, one of the co-founders of this club, the former Texas Longhorn striker and defender, in to play goal. She's trying to extend her career by switching positions, playing 6v6 mini football, was just at the USA camp recently. Erin Webb told me she was expecting to play Peyton Urban for 90 minutes, but with a 5-goal lead, why not try out someone new? Oh, I can't wait to talk to Amanda about this one after the match.
Well, she said she didn't want to go out there.
No.
I think that was, under the prospect of this being a close game. I don't know how she feels about going out there with a 5-goal cushion behind her.
In midfield, Cabello. Good control from her. Ortiz stepping into a passing lane ahead of Obregon and calmly feeds it back for Pelter, who is now playing at center back. And Ryan Jurgovic playing her third position of the night, left back, and great dribbling from her.
And one more winner for the night.
Now Ramirez.
Ticket number ending in 306.
Ahead for Hodge. Always dangerous on that right wing. This time she tries to cut inside. She feeds it through towards Shutt, but that was just ahead of her, and Dlugos there. 11 minutes to play, and Rise lead by 5-0 in the season finale here at Palmer Field, and a great crowd on hand as well. Alley.
Beautiful black glasses.
Ahead for Follett.
Mr. Hahn.
Now here's Emily Keller.
Congratulations.
Tallis with a great challenge on Obregon.
Once again, thank
Here's
you.
Lucy Ortiz for Katie Gernsbacher. Gernsbacher with a really nice pass to fire it outside to the right. And Ari Hodge is going to run at the defenders. Hodge, tried to play Camuso through, but that was well read by Follett. And back the other way. Look to come the visitors. Cabello. Back for Alley. Rise certainly not walking through this second half. The effort and the application has been there. Erin Webb's going to be really happy with her managerial debut. Here's Gernsbacher. Looking for Hodge. That pass a little late, but Ari Hodge does recover to get there. Ahead of Keller, and Hodge dances around one tackle. Here's Hodge running at the defense, but Follett stepped in. SGA, who've had really little luck going forward, feed it ahead for Julie Garcia, who was the player hit by the falling tent earlier in this second half. And here's the first touch for Amanda Linsberger as she collects at the top of her penalty box. 10 minutes to go here in the season. Here's Katie Gernsbacher. Or shut. And now Lucy Ortiz on left wing. Has Lewis with her. Looking to feed it towards Lewis left wing. There's Avery Alley, who has been probably the best player for SGA tonight. Loose pass, though, from DeLugos, picked up by Jurgovich. Here's Ryan Jurgovich. Ooh, cuts back nicely. Now trying to cut inside. Tried to do a little too much there. And Cabello. Waiting for a runner. But that is out for a throw. It'll be taken by Addie Tallis with 9 minutes to play.
Substitutions on the pitch. Gabriela Concha. Foster Rise FC. SGA.
Yeah, we've seen the last of Lucy Ortiz and Katie Gernsbacher for the evening. It looks like Maya Ramirez departing as well. And easy to tell you who the subs are. That's the entire bench for Austin Rise. So that should be Vega. And Lawrence, who return. There we go. And Pelter, who takes the throw. Gabby Crishone. Now Jurgovich, who has moved over to the right side now, feeding it up the wing. Looking for a run, and it doesn't look like Ortiz has stayed on. She's just going to play on the right side. So Aaron Webb got me with her tactical change there. I've been outsmarted once again. Here's Gabby Crishone trying to chip it forward. Orzach tries to cross it for Lewis, but that hits the side of the net and is out for a goal kick. Plenty to cheer about for the Rise support tonight. 5 goals, 2 in the first half, 3 in the second. And frankly, they have dominated this game. There's really no other word for it, and this second half especially.
I mean, dominated it in spite of some of the miscues earlier in that first half. It just didn't really seem to be much more to Austin Rise than a speed bump.
And I've been really impressed with the effort and application tonight. Very professional effort from Rise. Now, not a lot at stake here tonight. You're cruising to a win, but still playing really hard here in these final 10 minutes. They will certainly want to keep the clean sheet as Tallis shields. That's a bit of a dangerous pass towards Crishone, top of the box. Gabby Crishone tried to play it first time, and that's intercepted. But good recovery from Rise. Here's Ortiz. That was Pelter with a good challenge earlier, and Vega recovered as well. Here's Gabby Crishone. Does a nice job skipping away from the defender into the center circle, shut. For Lucy Ortiz, who has ranged back to this left side, where we've seen her mostly. Oh, a good, dangerous through ball towards Camuso. But that was just ahead of her, and DeLugos was there. 6 minutes to go here of the 90. 3 goals scored in the second half, but we'll see how much added time is played. As Gabrielle Crishone goes all the way home, Amanda Linsberger another touch, and that's an easy one to Tallis. They'll play a little catch in the penalty area. And head for Ortiz. Vega. They've been a very good combination at the number 6 here tonight. Pelter, good back heel play from Camuso. No look. Lewis outside of the boot pass for Gianna. Camuso in the box. Shoots with her left, and there it was blocked by the sliding challenge of Avery Alley. Good hustle from her.
Shot it with her left, and it stayed left.
This will be a third corner of the evening. All three corners of this match have gone to Rise. 5 minutes to play of the 90. Looks like Lawrence at the 6. Bodies lining up at the top of the penalty area. As the corner comes in, that's going to be too close to Dlugos, who catches and collects. That was into the wind. A tough spot to take a corner, and that wind is certainly picked up here in the second half. Here's Kinley Minyard looking to play a through ball, and that is a good ball. That's Garcia, and she'll try to get a shot away, but she was put off of it, and Linsberger's going to keep it in. Of course, we know Linsberger very good with her feet, decorated collegiate career at Texas, and learning a new position later in her career. But she has it at her feet again. And to Pelter, that was just ahead of a toe. It's Kenzie Pelter for Rise. She tries to spin away from a challenge. She does so successfully and left it for Lewis. Lewis got away from Zuniga and back for Ortiz, who calmly taps it for Tallis and Gabby Crashone. Lobs one to the near side, and Lewis chests it down. Ooh, nice job controlling. Oh, no, the flag's gone up. He's about 30 yards away. Come on, that stayed in. Looks like Maya Ramirez set to return for Rise. As Ryan Jurgovich, the third-year Rise player, heads out. She has done a lot for this club over the years. The St. Ed's alum and one of the stars, an all-star in WPSL play. As Ortiz controls for Crashone. Oh, that vision from Lucy Ortiz is super impressive. Now Shutt got away from her challenge. Oh, what a through ball towards Lewis. She tracks it down at the edge of the box. Lewis. Good recovery, though, from Avery Alley. It falls to Pelter. Now Lewis. Trying to cut in on her right. She tries a long shot. That's going wide. With 3 minutes of the 90 left. And Rise leading 5-0. Our Vipe Live crew, happy to be with you. Happy you've decided to spend part of your Saturday with us. As Avery Alley walks up. Ortiz out to challenge her and force her off into a bad pass. You know, very little walking around here in midfield. Everybody's playing really hard. Like this is a middle of the regular season match. I like it. I think the second half tonight's had more pace and fire to it than the first.
Yeah.
Here's Gabby Crashone. In the midfield, Savannah Shutt. Nice touch and turn from her. Lawrence or Gianna Camuso. Camuso tries to cross, looking for Ortiz. That is going to fall to Lawrence, who got it to Lewis. Lewis feigns a shot. She got it to her left. Shoots. Oh, a fingertip save from Dlugos. That's the best of the bunch. If she was half an inch shorter in her arms, that's a goal. It stays 5-0. Rise are going to win this one and send the home support happy in the final match of the season. Here's Follett. Didn't want to call that too early, you know. I feel confident in saying the Rise are going to take this one. Here's Cabello. Her pass was well read by Pelter. Kenzie Pelter lifted it to Camuso. To right wing, Lawrence has space. Looking to get it to Shutt. Shutt with the touch, trying to get around Dlugos, who was trying to challenge. Still, it's Savannah Shutt with the step over. Her left-footed shot got blocked. Oh, and Follett, I think, is wearing that one. Just a little cringe. Now Shutt, though, with the cross. That's punched out by Dlugos to the top of the box. But the visitor is able to scramble it clear. And Julie Garcia. She's under pressure from Ramirez and wins a foul. We're in the final minute of the 90 here at Palmer Field. And darkness just about complete. Only the final remnants of the sunset behind us here at this lovely facility. And SGA taking their time over this free kick. It's all going to be academic. As Pelter got there. And just ahead of Obregon. And now Ortiz. For Shutt, back to Ortiz. Now Brea Lewis. She's been eager to shoot here in the second half. Got it onto her right. Oh, needed to pull the trigger one touch sooner as she shoots wide. The wind was pushing that one back towards goal. I think that was a little closer than I thought it was going to be.
Well, you mentioned that wind earlier, and it's really more of a gusting wind. It comes in strong pushes here and there. Yeah, it's picked up. It's been a little bit steady. But for the most part, it just comes in strong pushes overall. And that one of those instances where it was a stronger push.
Fourth corner of the night is headed by Alexis Lawrence and in. Well, the set piece routine pays off. It's 6 for Austin Rise. And it's A.J. Lawrence off the phenomenal corner, which came in from Savannah Shutt. Four goals in the second half for Austin Rise as the 90 ends, and Joya Asadi has blown for full time. The final kick of the season is a phenomenal quarter right under the forehead of A.J. Lawrence at the near post. And Maylee DeLugos could only be rooted to her line. She had no chance to get to that one. A really nice goal to cap off what's been a really fun season. 6 goals tonight, David. Great performance.
Well, and certainly an electric performance, and we weren't entirely certain that this was going to be how it played out. Early on, seemed like it was going to be a little bit more low scoring, cruise control, just control the clock once they went up 2, and clearly they weren't pleased with that performance coming out in the second half because they doubled their goal total from what they put up in the first half of play, putting up another 4 here in the second half, 6 overall, and completely shut out SGA Academy.
I am a bit surprised, but I'm also not surprised. This is a really well-coached team with a lot of veteran professional talent. And yeah, Rice really kind of thought that they might just walk towards this win here. At the end of the season, it's August, it's hot, you're already up 2 goals at halftime. No. Aaron Webb lit a fire under this side. She gets a win in her interim managerial debut. And in the second half, Austin Rise really putting on a show. 48th minute from Hodge, 71st minute from Shutt, 74th minute from Ortiz. That was the best of the bunch for my money. Before A.J. Lawrence with the header on the corner with the final touch of the season. Austin Rise, 3 times consecutive champions of the Lone Star Conference in the WPSL. And tonight in the final match of the season, take it from SGA Academy by 6 goals to 0. David, this has been a fun summer. Really enjoyed this. And Rise, I think, lost one of these home matches, but otherwise put on a show and scored a lot of goals here at home, too, which is always fun.
Yeah, you give a lot for the home fans to enjoy, to come out and appreciate and take part in. And when you put on a show like that and you continue to win games at home, it solves a lot of problems. Not that there were any to begin with, but it's easy to say when you were the highest scoring team in the conference and continue to win games at home. And what a display here to cement that tonight.
All smiles as Austin Rise come to greet their fans following the final match of the season. A big hug there for Amanda Linsberger, who helped keep the clean sheet. And every coach is going to be happy about that. You love seeing a clean sheet as it finishes 6-0 to Austin Rise. Our Vipe Live crew has had a great time bringing you these matches throughout the season in both WPSL play and now postseason. Suna Venkat in the studio. She is incomparable. We couldn't do it without her. Our Vipe Live broadcast director, Merle Bertrand, has been on camera for us throughout this season. Harley Hudson has been here on camera tonight, thanks to Rob Jaskula Sr. and Hayden Hudson, who all participated in our camera work this evening. And for David Roy on color and production, replays, telestrator, graphics, he did it all. My name is Rob Jaskula. Thank you so much for joining us this season. Goodbye, everybody.